Imagine standing on the roof of a 10-story building, looking down at the bustling city street. To your human eyes, the people look like tiny moving dots and the cars are just colorful boxes. But then you blink. Suddenly, the world snaps into a level of clarity that feels impossible. You aren't just looking at the sidewalk, you are looking at a single ant crawling near a sewer grate. You can see the tiny hairs on its legs, the way its antennae twitch, and the jagged edges of the breadcrumb it's carrying. This isn't some wild science fiction fantasy. This is the daily reality of an eagle. But what if it was yours? To step into the world of an eagle, we first have to admit that our own vision is actually quite limited. We see the world in what you might call standard definition. We're good at seeing things right in front of us, but the moment something moves into the distance, it turns into a blur. An eagle, however, lives in a world of permanent 4K resolution. If you had eagle eyes, your vision would be 5 times stronger than it is right now. Imagine being at a professional football game. From the very highest seat in the stadium, you wouldn't just see the players, you would be able to see the individual blades of grass and the concentrated expression in the quarterback's eyes. The secret behind this superpower lies in the structure of the eye itself. While humans have one central point of focus, eagles have 2 deeply curved areas called fovea. It's like having a built-in zoom lens that never loses focus. When they look at the world, the center of their vision is magnified while their peripheral vision remains sharp. If you had this, you could look at a mountain miles away and see a single bird nesting in a tree on its peak. It wouldn't just be a speck, it would be a clear, detailed image of every single feather. But the most magical part isn't the zoom, it's the color. Human beings see the world through a combination of 3 primary colors: red, blue, and green. We think the world is vibrant, but we are actually colorblind compared to an eagle. These birds can see ultraviolet light. Imagine walking through a forest. To us, it's a beautiful sea of green and brown. To you, with eagle vision, it would be a glowing, psychedelic landscape. You would see the chemical trails of small rodents glowing like neon ribbons across the forest floor, leading you straight to them. Flowers would have intricate patterns and landing strips for bees that are completely invisible to the human eye. You would be seeing a secret language written in light. Your awareness of space would also change forever. Our field of vision is like looking through a window, covering about 180 degrees. An eagle's vision covers almost 340 degrees. Without even turning your head, you would see what's in front of you, what's directly to your sides, and almost everything behind you. You would feel truly connected to the space around you, aware of every rustle in the bushes and every shift in the clouds. You would be a master of your environment, sensing movement long before it ever reached you. However, this gift would come with a price. Our brains are designed to process simple data. If you suddenly had the eyes of an eagle, your brain would be hit with a massive tidal wave of information. Every leaf on every tree, every insect in the air, and every movement in the distance would all be fighting for your attention at once. It would be an overwhelming sensory overload. You might find it hard to focus on a conversation because you can't help but notice a spider weaving a web a block away. Your mind would have to learn to filter out thousands of details just to stay sane. If we lived with this vision, our relationship with the world would shift. The horizon would no longer be a limit, but a destination. We would lose the mystery of the distance, but we would gain a profound appreciation for the microscopic beauty of life. We spend so much of our time looking at the big picture, but perhaps, if we had the eyes of an eagle, we would finally see that the most incredible parts of our world are the ones we've been too blind to notice. It would be a world where nothing is hidden. It would be a perspective that turns every ordinary day into a cinematic masterpiece.